I met this lady the other day, and it's funny and so interesting about how your mindset can truly build and affect your entire life. You see, I was talking to her and I ended up asking her, I said, "Hey, how's your day going today?" And she said, "Oh, it's all right, you know?" And a lot of times it's not what we say, it's how we say it. So it was already just an all right day, but even her mood and the way she pronounced it and the way that she even said it and let it out of her mouth, it seemed that it was less than okay. She expected and wanted more. So how you doing today? It was all right. It's okay. So I began to ask her, I was like, well, what happened? And she said, "Oh, nothing bad. You know, it was just all right." And I said, "Oh, okay. So, nothing bad happened in your day." And she said, "No." And I said, "Okay." I was like, "So everything, go good on your job today? Everything was straight. Everything was cool. Everything was good." And she was like, "Yeah." She said, "Everything was good." And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, so why aren't you doing good then?" And then she just kind of looked at me and it began to hit her like, "Yo, yeah, like, why not? Why isn't it good?" And that's how I began to talk to her. And I was like, it's real interesting, because with what I do and stuff, I get to meet a lot of people, whether it's from traveling or just doing different things and work and talking to a lot of people. And I always care about people. So I always want to check on them and, ask them like, "Yo, how's your day going today?" If I can do something to give them a smile or make them chuckle or make them laugh, you know what I'm saying? I'm a giver in many ways. And I love being able to see people happy. But you see, a lot of people, they're not happy because of their own mindsets. Rather, it's maybe not even past trauma, but it's just ways that they've been conditioned through society and through TV and the media and all these things, because, there's always comparison going on. And people just continue to fall in a line of things that they've always just continued to hear, and then they just repeat. So a lot of times when I'm talking to people, I'll ask them like, "Yo, how's your day going today?" "Oh, I can't complain." And then I pause and I think, well, wait a minute. If you can't complain and there's nothing at all you can complain about, your day must be pretty great right now. And then they'll look at me and they'll be like, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it's pretty great. And I'm like, awesome. Like, I'm great. I'm so happy that you're having a great day. But it was a quick, simple 15-second response made them realize that instead of, "Oh, I can't complain," and sounding negative and speaking something in a negative connotation, that a simple reminder and a simple new way of thinking that you're actually having a great day. You see, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're just being too deep. Oh, people just saying," but no, you see, a lot of people that tell me I'm too deep, I tell them, "No, you're just not deep enough." A lot of people are out here trying to act deep and they just walking in shallow waters. But check this out. Your mindset is literally a major key to how your life is right now. A lot of people continue to go through life with depression. A lot of people continue to go through life with anxiety. A lot of people struggle with always comparing themselves. A lot of people don't even love themselves, but they're always trying to get in relationships and love other people. A broken person can't fix a broken person. An empty person can't fill somebody else that's not for themselves. Empty can't fill empty. You're going to be two empty people out here. You're going to be two shattered, broken people out here. A lot of people like to speak things that, "Oh no, we'll heal each other together," and all that. That's really great. Your heart's in the right place, but you can't expect to heal somebody when you can't heal yourself. When you're broken and somebody else is broken, y'all just out here going through life continuously having a lot of other negative things happen. You're attracting negativity because your mind is toxic. Your mind's negative. So you're going to bring in more toxic people, bring in more negative people. Negative situations are going to find you. You're only going to see the negative in life, and you're never going to be able to overcome and begin to see things in a positive light. And let me tell you something. You can live like the majority and be negative, but negative takes a lot more energy than it does to be positive. It's funny, even when you look it up, when you frown, you use more muscles in your face to frown than you simply do to smile. You got your forehead, you got your cheeks, you got your lips, you got everything involved. But when you smile, it's just simply all in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? If you listening right now, just smile. Like, Honestly, when you smile, not only you make other people smile when they see you smile, but there's something that happens inside of you. And you begin to, when you give a genuine or for real smile, don't give the little, little grin. Like, just take your time and smile for a second. Like, you may even have to force yourself. But when you do it, there is this realm of positivity that begins to open up. And when you go and get a mind of positivity, your whole life changes. Your whole life shifts. I'm telling you, when you get this positive mindset, you go and you work differently. You have different relationships with people. You go and look at the areas of your life that you've been in and that you're in now and that you're working towards. And you're going to see, wow, man, I'm grateful. Wow, man, I'm so thankful. And when you begin to implement gratefulness in your life, it's another key. Your life is going to change. You see, positivity is great because it just continues to have more levels. You begin to think positive, positive things come. Positive things come, you become grateful. You become grateful for what you got, more things come to be grateful for. And it just continues as a cycle. And then when you begin to give out positivity, you get it right back. If you take your time and you look, because on the complete polar opposite, you do negative things come to you. You think negative thoughts are going to continue to consume you. Whatever you continue to consume will consume you. Always remember that. Write that down. Listen to this video 7 times, 10 times, all the time. Get it remembered. What you consume most will consume you. So with negativity, when you continue to let your life be ruled by negativity, you in terms are always going to be negative. When you go and start to examine if anybody's got one of them friends, and if you do, cut them out your life. If they ain't willing to get better, cut them out your life. These people that are always negative, these people that are always talking about toxic, whether it's a man or a girl, they'll say, oh, I'm tired of these relationships. All these girls is toxic. Or, hey, girl, I'm tired of all these relationships. All these men out here toxic. All they want to do is cheat. All they want to do is run the streets. Man, all these girls, man, they ain't nothing but, some hoes out here, man. All these girls, they ain't doing nothing. They belong to the streets, man. Send them to the streets. But if you begin to reflect and evaluate the people that are always saying these things, you will begin to see that, you're toxic yourself. You're a negative person yourself. The woman that's always complaining about the toxic men, guarantee she's a toxic woman. The man that's always complaining about these women and calling them toxic, guarantee he's a toxic man. And that's why they continue to attract what they're always complaining about. I'm serious. Start to evaluate your friends. Anybody that you know like that. Stop just listening to what they say and listen and hear what they don't say. Listen the behind the scenes of what they're actually saying. And I'm not talking about listening with your ears, what's literally coming out of your mouth. I'm talking about begin to hear what is not spoken from them. Watch their patterns. Begin to watch how they move. Watch how they're maneuvering through life with their relationships. Watch what they say to people. Watch how they treat people. And I guarantee they're toxic people. And if one of these people or your best friends are in your circle, you better ring the self-alert alarm and you better start to evaluate yourself, because self-evaluation is the most important evaluation of all evaluations, because you are the factory of your own life. Everything producing that's going into you is going to come out of you. Everything that is around you is going to affect your presence. It's going to affect your being. So if you have these people around you all the time, you call them friends, you call them bruh, you call them sis. These people have a connection to you. And if they're attached to you, that means traits of theirs are going to be on yours. It's inevitable. That's just the way it is. Look it up, check into it, research on all other people. Friends act alike. If they're not just alike, they have certain similarities. And they will go and bring on and pull on other things, what those people are, whether it's negative and positive. Listen to me. That is why men and women always attract the same types of people, because they continue to put out and get back what they're putting out. They are attracted to what they say they don't like. For instance, you always hear people talk about, man, I hate drama. I can't stand drama. Man, hey, look, drama ain't got no place in my life. Hey, look, dog, if it's drama, I don't want to hear it. But guess what? What's the biggest type of movies that people love? Drama movies. What's the biggest type of TV shows people watch? Stuff about drama. People going and cheating on their husbands. Women going and having all kinds of crazy things done to them, or getting drugged in movies, or people going and watching movies about killing and watching movies about these demonic things, evil movies and stuff. People are literally drawn to it. They're drawn to it and they feed on it, and they don't literally let any positivity into their life. But here they are always wondering why their life is always negative. It's because they're always inviting it. They watch it. They let it into their eyes. They let it into their ears. And then they're speaking it, because whatever you consume most consumes you. It's in their mind. It's implanted. So as I go and got back to talking to the lady, I was beginning to show her like, oh, so your day has actually been really good. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to complain about. You had a great day at work. You know what I'm saying? You got your money. You heading home to a nice house. You have a home. You were literally alive. And she was just smiling, you know? And she had just told me that I'm doing all right. And now I got her all excited because she's seeing truth. I'm not hyping her up. I don't do that. I don't do things that are cliche. I ain't want to tell you something just because it sounds good. I don't want you to be up here and then down here the next when I'm not even around you. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to build people up where you don't have to be continuously watered. You are your own motivation. You are self-motivated, because if you always look for other people to motivate you, sometime in your life, somebody ain't going to be there. And then you're going to find yourself in a valley and you're not going to be able to get out. So other leaders truly continue to empower to build other people to be leaders. And these little times that I get to meet certain people wherever I'm at, that's what I try to do. And that's what we all should be doing. So after I got done talking to her and stuff, I go and look at her again. And after she was just smiling and all excited, she realizing she having a great day. And then I asked her again, I said, so how's your day going today? And she looks at me and she says, oh, it's all right. Oh my gosh. I just look at her with just the big eyes like, what? And then her face, then she snaps. She's like, oh, no. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And I was like, yo, that is literally the power of your mind and the negativity that you got in it. That's why you have to get the root. Because if you don't get the root and you just let time pass by, it's going to continue to grow back. And I don't know if you know about weeds, anybody that gets in gardens and stuff, weeds grow back very quickly. They grow back faster than the beautiful flowers. Nobody likes weeds, but they're always there. And if you don't always tend to your garden, the weeds are going to take over. So in literally the matter of minutes and then seconds after she just realized she's having a great day, I asked her again, and she came back with the same response. Because there's not been a shift yet in her mind. Now there's been seeds planted. I did my job. I planted those seeds. And I know other people are going to come along and water those seeds. And one day they're going to blossom. But it's not something that happens overnight. But the thing is, if you don't start, it will never happen. But the process is worth it. And once you begin to become a positive person and a positive mind, you will literally have a positive life, because when you change the way you think, you'll change the way you speak. And when you change the way you speak, you will literally change your life and your world around you. But it starts with you, and you cannot have the change you want until you change yourself. Warriors, you got it. Let's get it.